Hello fellow simmers! Welcome to this video of Train Simulator 2021. I'm Samuel Beeman talking, and this is the brand new B17 6 locomotive by Neil Cunningham. So basically this locomotive pack is going to be a release on British Locomotive Studios along with Neil's website and UKTS. So it's been kindly permitted by Neil to be hosted on the British Locomotive Studios website. So thank you very much to him. And it's just great to see this loco in game, and it's just something that, you know, it fills the gaps in the Great Eastern Mainline network back in obviously the day where the B17s were the prime motive power on the line. So here we are on the Netherfield Nottingham network. We're going to be doing the a quick drive scenario. Just going to do a brief quick drive. So this does come with quick drives, this pack. We're doing the mixed freight quick drive, and as you can see we're driving 61629. I think that's Haworth Castle or Naworth Castle, one of which, and basically that that's one of the B17s in the pack. But you can also get the new build locomotive, which is being obviously built by the B17 group, which is Sandring. I can't remember the name. Spirit Sandringham, I think, something like that. So that's obviously in the pack. You also get different variations. You get the Westinghouse version of the B17 with the Westinghouse pump on the side. You also get a variety of headboards. All of these can be done in the scripting of the loco. And obviously, you know, you get to change all the numbers, the shed plates, etc. And it also comes with a variety of different tenders. I believe there's a 3,200 galleon tender, and then there's a 4,200 one. And then there's whatever the hell this has on it at the moment, because I don't know what tender it actually has on it. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this and take a look at our B17. Okay, so here we are at Nottingham, Victoria, and this is the B17. So originally this was made by Pete. If you look on the UKTS, there is, in fact I'll look up his name now as it happens as we are doing this. So originally there was a model on UKTS, which is basically a streamlined version of the B17. And basically, Neil has worked from that. So basically what you see here, this whole bodywork, the bodywork here, has actually been modelled by Neil. So this, basically, think of it as an A4, okay? So this originally looked like an A4. The base was on Pete's B17 streamlined version. And then basically what he's done is he's just basically theoretically rebuilt the body, and it is what you see here. So, I mean, that is quite a lot of work if you think about it. It's quite an extensive amount of work to actually get this looking like this. From a streamlined loco to this, that is quite something, isn't it? Obviously, you know, all these names are changeable, as I say, and you get different headboards. And yeah, he's really scripted it well, and there's a lot of features on this freeware model, which is really nice to see. So the original model was made by Pete Harvey. So Pete Harvey made the original B17. So you need to make sure you have that in order to run it. We also have the B12's cab, which is more prototypical than the Black 5 cab, obviously. So you will require the digital traction B12 for it as well. And there's a few other bits and pieces that you are required to have to actually run, but that will be obviously shown in the manual. As you can see, we've got a 4F going past us, which is nice to see. Right, so let's get this locomotive underway anyway. So yeah, so it is using the Scotsman sounds at the moment. He did say to me that he was going to put the Steam Sound Supreme sounds on it, but it is a lot of messing about to do that, and obviously it just means an extra install and yeah, basically it's not really ideal for, you know what I mean. There's a lot more to install, if that makes sense. But we never know. You know, somebody may make a sound patch for it, or you know, we could do it, or something like that. We could try, you know, somebody could put SSS sounds on it, but for now, and at default, is the Scotsman sound, which I mean, it's not too bad. Obviously, the only downside is with the spacebar whistle, you get this. Yeah, a chime whistle, when actually the B17s wouldn't have had a chime whistle. It would have more like what the B key whistle is with this. So I just tend to use the B key whistle myself. There is a slight animation issue on here, as you can probably see here with the wheel, the way it just jumps and jolts up like that with the, you know, the linkage. Now, I did do some research on this, and I found out that actually it's to do with the base model. So sadly, I don't think there's much that he can do about that. Well, Neil can do much about Neil can do about that, because that's all to do with Pete's original model animation. So it's quite that would be quite a pain in the ass to correct. So I think that may have to be one of the known bugs with the pack. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't do much about it. But I'll reverse her back a little bit to speed her up a bit. 75%. Get some wheel slip going on. Sorry about this, guys. I know this is a long old tunnel, but we'll soon be out in the open again. Just start to speed up a bit might help. Got a long old train on us, that's the problem. This is a long tunnel, isn't it? I mean, I don't usually use the Netherfield much, but I guess this is probably my first time actually really looking at it. I mainly got it for the use of Loft's Bridge. Okay, this is getting really annoying now. Where is the open? How long is this tunnel? Is this the end of it? Jeez. Okay, so while we're waiting for the train to come, let's have a look at some of our surrounding areas of the Nottingham Netherfield network. I mean, we can already see by this station. I mean, this is probably one of the old overgrown stations. It looks like this one isn't actually in use. It's not too bad, but I can see obviously there's a lot of recycled Q2 assets around here. We've got the AP stations going on here. We've also got this recycled Bath sort of Temple Combe signal box. Mind you, I'm liking the use of the fallen down sign on the side of that there. It looks quite cool, doesn't it? I like that. As you can see, our B17 is coming out the tunnel very soon. We've also got another tunnel here. Oh, why? We want to see the train. Okay, so here she comes. So I believe the B17s were primarily used on passenger services, not actually freight. So it's a bit odd seeing this on freight, but hey ho. Oh god, what's going on here then? Long old tunnels, aren't they? what we got here then? We've got another station here. As you see, there's quite a lot of recycled QGO assets. Mind you, I quite like the signs. They're quite cool, aren't they? New Basford. So this is obviously based in a 1950s, sort of 1960s era. So it's like obviously steam era. And yeah, it's captured quite well in the means of being a steam era route. So, yeah. Well, as you see, we've got the fireman's tokens in. Anyway, let's go back to our train. Ah, so here we are. Okay, so modelling wise, it is actually really quite nice. So not only does it have, obviously, as I say, changeable headboards, but it also has changeable lamps as well. So you can put, lamps and discs. So you can put lamps and discs on this thing as well, which is great. Because they would primarily use discs when they were in service. So it's nice to see those in there. Yeah, I don't know what this tender's from, but... Yeah, we do have a bit of an issue with the tender actually coming in the cab. I don't know what that's all about, but it's there. But as I say, this cab's better than having the default black 5 one, isn't it? So Neil thinks that this loco will be released hopefully by the next week. So by next week he's hoping to have this released on the websites, obviously BLS, UKTS and his own website. So you can probably expect to see this pack very soon. If you're interested in seeing all of the features in the B17 pack, I'll link Neil's video into the description of the video. So you'll be able to check out his video on showing all of the variants of the B17 along with the headboards. So you get obviously a nice sort of look at what is to be included with the pack. But yeah, no, honestly, it is a really nice thing. I think he's done a grand job on creating the B17-6. I think it's about time we got something like this in Train Sim, because I don't think anyone's really going to do them at the moment. It doesn't look like anyone's that interested in actually making a model of these at this present moment in time. So this freeware Locomotive add-on, it's certainly going to be a nice, fill point for this moment in time. This is going to be the nice filler for the gap in the Great Eastern Main Line backdated routes. So we're going to finally have a B17 in the game and usable on any Great Eastern Main Line steam era routes. Anyway guys, so let me know what you think of this model in the comments, and yeah, any feedback is great. Obviously this sort of, any feedback will be passed on to Neil as well, aka Cunningham. You probably know Cunningham from UKTS as well. He's made a lot of models in the past. And yeah, and he's done a great job of this, and maybe someday somebody can put a Steam Sound Supreme pack on it, who knows. Obviously you need to speak to Neil about that before doing it, to have permission for doing that. But to be honest, the sounds ain't that bad. As I say, use the B key whistle because it would never have had a chime. So yeah, make sure you use the B key whistle. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hosting this on our site, and like I say, it is a very nice looking loco. Doesn't it just look spectacular, look. Well done, Neil. Anyway, yes, I don't think there's much more really to say about this loco. I mean, I've pretty much covered it all. So it has changeable headboards, changeable discs, changeable lamps. Has the B12 cab instead of a default black 5 cab, which is great to see. It requires a few bits and pieces, like obviously the B12, the Scotsman, the Thompson B1. I think that's it, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, but as I say, everything will be included in the manual, so you'll be able to see what's included in the pack and what is required to run the loco add-on. Anyway guys, I think we'll end this video off there. So this has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. I hope you enjoyed this video and preview of the upcoming B17 Locomotive pack, which will be released on British Locomotive Studios, UKTS and Neil's website by Neil Cunningham. And yeah, great job Neil, and I look forward to seeing what other content you produce in the future of Train Sim Third Party Devin. Anyway, this has been Samuel Beeman of BLS. Goodbye for now.